focus the idea, because this is still a project idea, on tourism and how to sell to tourists that come to Uganda some categories of products, which is to say ethical fashion goods, it's fashion accessories with a story behind them, with a story of development, of positive change. These are accessories that incorporate the traditional skills of Uganda, not only necklaces, but also t-shirts, but also scarves, also sandals, and so on. Lifestyle products, for those who come from the industry like me, lifestyle products are those that are like fashion, but can include also something for the house and are sold in big commercial centers, in big department stores, high street, such as Topshop in the UK, to give you an example. And then we also refer to visual arts because a key component of this product is creativity. Creativity at the very beginning of the program, as it has been so far for ethical fashion, is brought in from abroad. The buyer supplies with us the creative capacities. Madame Vivienne Westwood, the very well-known fashion designers who worked with us, comes to Africa to design what we produce through this business infrastructure. And so I come to the structure of the idea. Tourism growing, rich tourism, affluent people coming to Uganda because the safari experience is a quite expensive safari, is a quite expensive form of tourism. People who want to buy handicraft, who want to buy something from the country, but who find always the same things. Our friends in Uganda, when we brainstormed on that in Nairobi, said, yes, it's true, we have to focus on handicraft, but we always find the same kind of handicraft. It's difficult to stimulate this market because we lack perhaps the right product. Nevertheless, there is a huge amount of traditional skills which are available, and there is the need to invest in these creative capacities, therefore, to develop this product. So we highlighted some areas of work. One is to develop an infrastructure in the country, in the design schools of the country, in the institutions, to develop these creative capacities. Secondly, to develop an infrastructure to put together all the skills and the materials that are available in traditional communities all over Uganda. Uganda is a country which may look small, but which is extremely rich in people and cultures. And then another point, the third point, is to create a business infrastructure which enables these producers to do that. And we refer to the business infrastructure that we created with ethical fashion. And the other point is to do all this with reference to what my colleague from CBI mentioned, the 3 Ps. Profit, of course, people, so fair labor conditions, labor that enables people to get out of poverty and to live in a decent way, because labor, if it is not fair, it is not labor, it is slavery. And thirdly, environment. Environment. In Uganda, we use at present with the ethical fashion program only organic or recycled materials. And this is one of the reasons why we are so successful. So this is in a nutshell the idea, but it's just an idea. So we came here to develop this, and I would like to do it through those who are the owners of this idea in Uganda. First of all, my friend from the Ministry of, from the Ugandan Tourist Promotion Board, and I would like with you to touch, it's Mr. Baguma, I would like with you to touch at the point of tourism. What is tourism in Uganda today? What is tourism? What is that attracts tourists to Uganda? What are the perspectives of tourism in Uganda? Then I would like to touch this with Joyce Wangui, who is another friend of mine, who is a manager with a big hotel chain, Serena. The tourists come through these big hotels and through international tour operators. what are the needs for products, for shopping of high-level handicraft, of lifestyle products, of ethical fashion that you record in your business when you have your guests from abroad. And then I question for many things, my friend Florence Cata, for many things, because with Florence we work together, we do so many things, so you have to forgive me if I ask you more than one question. And I ask you two questions. One is the policy needs in terms of creative capacities and promotion and bringing together, and the intervention needs to bring together the traditional skills. And the second set of analysis that we need to develop with you, Florence, is about the environment. How to be sure to impact in a positive way on the environment in which people live. And then I ask a direct colleague of mine, to Grace Baria, who is one of our collaborators in the Ethical Fashion Program. Grace has been working with us for a while. Grace has been part of the mechanism of the business infrastructure that manages all these micro-producers. Grace, I would like you to tell us about how this infrastructure works, how we achieve fair labor conditions, and with what is the impact on people. So I leave the floor to Mr. Baguma, and at the end of the session, we'll also show a brief video about Uganda, but I think it's better to show it at the end so that you see the beauty of the country, and we develop in you the desire to come to Uganda and to buy these beautiful products. So, Mr. Baguma.
Thank you very much, Simon, and participants. I won't take a lot of time, really, because I'm told actually that I'm supposed to operate within 7 minutes. And in looking at tourism in Uganda, I'll first of all talk about the location of Uganda in East Africa. And it is said that Uganda is the geographical heart of Africa, whereby to the north is the Sudan, to the east is Kenya, to the west is the Democratic Republic of Congo, southwest we have the Republic of Rwanda, and the south we have the we have the United Republic of Tanzania. Population is about 31 million people, and the area is 236,000 square kilometers. In terms of attractions, it is a country actually that is well endowed. I will begin first of all actually with the people. It's a country renowned for having the friendliest country in terms of hospitality, with the culturally diverse population and an eco-friendly environment. Regarding the climate, we find that we have got a combination of equatorial location and medium to high altitudes. That's a combination of a very, very, very friendly and unique all year round weather. It's crossed by the equator, and quite a number of other attractions include actually the people and its culture. And in talking about the culture, I'll not hesitate to talk about, of course, the cultural mosaic of music, art, and handcrafts. We have a number of kingdoms, cultural institutions, which include the Buganda, Bunyoro, Ankole, and Toro kingdoms, which are traditional monarchs. And there is also quite some cultural diversity in the different parts of the country, with different lifestyle and culture. So it's a combination and a melting pot of different cultural institutions. The other attractions include national parks and safaris, and the country boasts of a resource of 10 national parks and 17 other protected areas or wildlife reserve areas. And these include the Mashon Falls National Park, which has a population of lion, buffalo, elephants, and other unique and attractive game. The Rwenzori Mountains National Park, which is known as the Mountains of the Moon, because here we have snow at the equator. We have the Queen Elizabeth National Park, which has, among other game, a list of not less than about 600 bird species and other mammalian specialties. We also have the Bwindi Impenetrable National Park, best known for the gorilla tracking, and is also refuge to elephants, chimpanzees, monkeys, and various small antelopes. All these restricted in the Albertine River, as well as the Mugahinga National Park, where we have mountain gorillas, part of which actually are shared along with Rwanda around the Virunga area. And we also have low-lying and remote Semliki National Park, which is an extension of the Congo Zituri Forest and Semliki Wildlife Reserve. Furthermore, there is the Kibale National Park, which has a population of more than 1,000 chimpanzees, and Lake Kimburo National Park, which is a center of swamp-fringed lakes known for their rich bird life. The Mount Elgon National Park, which encompasses 4,320-meter mountain and has the largest base of an extinct volcano in the world. Kidepo National Park, which provides a refuge to a long list of dry country species not found elsewhere in the country. We've talked about the gorillas, the primates, and here I want to add that Uganda has an exceptional endowment of monkeys in the Kibale forest, as well as others habituated in other particular areas.